So the new Death Note movie actually came out yesterday, and while I was watching it, I noticed that there was a notification that Etika was streaming. So instead, I wanted to go watch the stream that Etika was in it, but of course, when the donations come in, he gets carried away, and then it totally gets sidetracked. $1,000? Holy shit! I mean, but you can't blame the guy, because if I was getting that much money, I would obviously get sidetracked as well. So right, so starting off with the movie, I had high expectations for it, and I think that was one of the biggest problems, because everyone on Twitter, when I told them that the movie was ass, everyone on Twitter was telling me shit like, your expectations were too high, what did you expect? Did you expect them to put 2 seasons into 1 hour and 40 minutes? And I mean, they're obviously right. The movie actually was much worse than I thought it would be. I'm actually a little sad because I did make a video before talking about the video and the trailer of the Death Note movie that was coming out to Netflix, and I actually said a bunch of positive things about it. I said, hey, hold on, watch it and let's just see what happens. Well, when I watched it, Jesus Christ, this shit to me was a train wreck, and this is coming from a person that read half of the manga and watched the whole anime series. We're gonna start off with Light's character. Light, I feel like, I mean, of course he's westernized, he's Americanized. I don't like his character. I mean, the actor was okay. It's the guy from Naked Brothers Band. I mean, his acting was okay. I just feel like there were some scenes where, like, and I feel like his character wasn't portrayed the way that he was in the actual anime. In the anime, he was a bit more conserved. He was a bit more like level-headed. Like he didn't let shit go to him, because like he was like the smart, very smart student in class kind of deal. If I could remember, if I'm wrong, I mean, someone let me know. But I felt like he was a very smart student, and like he always had like his shit on point. Like he didn't like punk out or pussy out as much as Light did in the movie. And I mean, it's just like, I feel like his character in the movie was extremely weak. Like there were many situations where I feel like he could have been stronger, or like his mindset could have been like at a higher place. But like, honestly speaking, the vagina basically clouded his mind. Now this is where we go to Mia Sutton, or aka Misa. This bitch, I feel like she should have died straight out the gate, because I mean, in the beginning of the movie, I mean, I'm gonna throw a couple of spoilers in here in this video, so just be warned if you haven't watched that. I'm gonna throw a couple of spoilers in there. So Mia Sutton, in the beginning, she sees him, Light gets his ass beat, she legit abandons the dude. But then out of nowhere, when people started dying, I'm like halfway, like, I mean, not halfway, still in the beginning of the movie, she kind of hits him up saying, oh, she's heard about a Death Note, blah blah blah. Apparently she ends up, I mean, that's another thing. Apparently Kira was just so straightforward with it. Like, hey, I got a Death Note. Like, hey, I have the power to kill people. Let me just tell the first straight piece of pussy that walks towards me or acknowledges my existence that I have such power. Like, really? So basically, like, he tells her all this, and then like she likes it. And then apparently, because that's the thing about the movie too, is like her character, she has some sort of like fucking kink where like if she see people dies, or she knows someone died or something, her pussy is wet, which is fucking weird. So it's like through the whole movie she notices that Light has a Death Note. He can write people's name, and of course if you watch the manga and everything, it's pretty self-explanatory. You write how they die, they die. If you don't write how they die, they just die of a heart attack. Shit like that, and there's rules and regulations to the whole goddamn Death Note. So she liked the shit. Basically, so then she ended up going with freaking Light. She was basically like, my pussy is yours now, because you're Light and you control death, and when people die, it makes my pussy wet. So then like there was like a whole fucking interlude of just them being together holding hands while he's killing people and criminals all over the television and shit. She's giving him OD top. Like, she's slobbing on his knob. She's fucking riding the goddamn horse. She's riding this nigga like fucking Alexis Texas or some type of shit like that. And then it's just the whole fucking movie is just getting like, I'm like, what's going on here? Okay. And then like this Misa bitch, she's just to me, like Etika said in his live stream, we needed the Thought Destroyer to get rid of her ass. Cause like then there was a certain point in the goddamn story where, like, spoiler alert, she tries to kill Light's dad like it was nothing. She was just like, oh, he's trying to take down Kira? Bitch, with no hesitation, just grab the Death Note, yeah, open the shit up and try to write her father's name down. And Light's like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? That's my dad. Oh, she's about to reveal who Kira is. She's trying to find out where's Kira and shit. And this guy Light is just like, my nibba, you trying to kill my pappy. And she thought it was cool with it. Then out of nowhere they had like this little like 2-minute breakup. But then she comes back to him on a rainy day, and she hits him with like one of the most like generic shits, and he totally falls for it. No lie, Light Yagami in this movie, like, he was so fucking weak. Like, Pussy controlled this boy like so hard. Like, Misa had Light like wrapped around his finger. Like, Misa had this nigga Light like this. Like, all she had to, and so like I was saying, when there was a scene with the rain, and then she's just, Light knows this bitch is crazy. Light realized how crazy this bitch is because, first of all, like I said, she gets kinked on when people die. She was dead about to write her father's name down in the Death Note, which is like a total red flag in my opinion. Like, bitch, if you about to write my pappy's name down in the Death Note, you about to get backhanded back to the prehistoric ages. Like what the fuck is this shit? Then it's out of nowhere, she's just like, okay. She hits him with like the most generic shit. She's just like, I love you. And he's just there like, dick gets fucking rock hard and shit. And then it's like, they're back together again. And then I'm just like, what? Light wasn't like this in the anime. No lie, in the anime, I think there were many situations in the anime and in the manga where Misa, she was tossing her ass at him. She was just like, yo, do you want to spread these cheeks and fuck this freaking wet hole, whatever the fuck. I don't know where the fuck I'm going with this. She's basically like, do you want to fuck me? And Light, in many occasions, swerved the fuck out of her. Like, I think Misa, like, I'm telling you, she was very provocative in the goddamn manga, and he was just like, Drake. He was Drake, like, like, get that shit out of here. Like, I already know what's my priorities. I already know what's my job. Okay, so enough of fucking Misa. We're gonna talk about L. L, honestly, in the trailers, in my head, I was kind of like, yo, that's such a big twist and like a different, like, it's just a very big different character role. And I'm gonna be honest, because it's like L is like a white, or I don't know, Japanese dude with like spiky hair, and he's legit like always wearing pajamas all the time, and he's always barefoot. And then when they changed the character up in like in the show, like, he ended up being like a black dude with like a full like facial cloak, a hoodie, and it's like the characters were completely different. So it's like, of course, it kind of threw me off. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it threw me off. But he actually did very well. I really liked L's character. I felt like he acted very well. In the scenes where he had to do his things. Of course, there were some L characteristics. He sat in the chair kind of like L, like a frog. He ate candy. I mean, he did a couple of shit where like he kind of like, you know how L is, where he would grab something and he would kind of be like this. He did a little bit of stuff like that here and there. He ate a lot of the candy. He liked the candy. He eats the candy. He did the shit that he had to do. L, I applaud L because he did a good job. I felt like he did his shit. He did his shit. I didn't dislike his character whenever he popped up and whenever he had to do whatever he had to do. I was like, all right, I can tolerate L. L was pretty badass. I couldn't tolerate Light. I couldn't tolerate fucking Misa. Ryuk, the CGI on Ryuk, and then also the voice actor from Ryuk was the guy that played in Spider-Man 1. I don't know his name, but I knew his voice. The second he started talking, the only thing that came up in my head is Spider-Man from Spider-Man 1. So I was like, I know that guy's voice actor. I know his voice. Fucking Osborn from goddamn Spider-Man 1. He did a good job. I feel like Ryuk CGI was pretty cool. Alright, so conclusion, I didn't like it as much as like I thought I was gonna like it. I mean, when it started constantly like progressing, it started getting like worse to me. I mean, there were some good effects when it came to like the people dying. When the people were dying and they had the tomato sauce everywhere, hashtag Joy-Con boys. You already guys know with the fucking tomato sauce and shit. It was really good. I like some of the death effects. Like in the one in the beginning where the guy got decapitated, that shit was clean. Like, that shit won me over. Like, I thought it was ass till I saw the decapitation scene, and when the ladder came through, I was like, whoa. But then when everything kept going like further and further in, it just started like, I was just like, what the fuck am I watching? Like I thought in a way it was gonna be somewhat close to the anime. Dude, like, they took like their own twists and their own turn. Fucking shit happened with Misa, shit happened with Light, shit happened with Ferris wheels. Light was fucking manipulated by the pussy. Misa had the dude wrapped around her finger the whole time. Light was just an idiot through this whole thing. He was just an idiot. So I mean, yeah, tell me what you guys think. I know there's gonna be some people probably disagreeing with me. If you guys disagree, tell me in the comments down below. I do try to respond to every comment that I see. If you guys like this video, do not forget to leave a thumbs up. It does help the bro out. Also, subscribe if you guys are new. I'll catch you guys in the next video or in the next live stream.